How's it? Today is Tuesday, May 27th. I have my posterior chain Successories with some pull ups today. And look at that. I am adding weight. I talked with my coach and he said I could start to add weight on these things no more than 5 kilos. So I thought 2 kilos to start sounds good. And it was hard. Um, like I haven't felt my hamstrings sore or anything since the beginning of last week. So like Monday, Tuesday, felt pretty tight and everything. But then Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday was fine. So I felt like maybe now is the time to push up into um, increasing the intensity. This is the whole idea of progressive overload. I'm not sure if the goal is progressive overload on these, but that's what I'm doing. It could be something that is not necessarily like progressive overload for the accessories, because if you just maintain the accessories in a manner that is effective for overall like recovery and joint health, then that is essentially the primary goal for a lot of accessory work. But I think what we are trying to tilt these accessory days to is being a little bit more strength driven, and that's why I have so much posterior chain work here. I don't know if I'm ever going to do RDLs. I feel like RDLs are a lot easier to execute and a lot easier to overload weight on, but for now, these are working pretty well. I did not add any weight on the Bulgarian split squat just because I don't know. I didn't. I feel like these are pretty challenging, like the with the men's bar. So this is the women's bar. This is 15 kilos. That's 33 pounds. These are pretty okay, but because I do them all side by side, like back to back to back, the set with the men's bar, the 20, is like I can feel a ton of lactic acid buildup in my legs. I can also feel the sort of hamstrings working. It feels a little odd because I don't particularly think that the split squat is gonna quite activate in my hamstrings, but it does, and it's cool to know that that is what's working. It's cool to be able to feel that, right? Um, so after that, I did my back extensions. These are the ones that I added weights to. I actually forgot to get a stick on this first set, so it's like I'm holding a stick. You would never be able to tell if I didn't tell you, right? And then I moved into the 15 kilo again. This is the women's bar. This is what I would do 3 sets of 10 at last week. And so I'm going to add to the men's bar after this for 2 sets of 10. So it's like I am basically pyramiding up, very similar to what I did on the split squat. But now I'm just doing them on the back extension. And because I'm doing 4 sets total, I get 2 sets of 10 with the 20 kilo bar here. And these I feel quite a bit. I think I probably talked about it last time, but I feel it in my glutes here. You can see my glutes squeezing on that, and that is the main goal, right? For what Steve wants me to be doing for that, and yeah, we'll see where this goes. For pull-ups today, I elected not to increase 5 kilos because, well, 2 reasons. One, I don't think I'm doing 20 kilos very good, especially at the end of the sets. So I'm doing 30 total reps of pull-ups. I do body weight 5, 10, 15. So I do 4 sets before I get to the 20 kilo. And when I get to 20 kilos, the quality of the reps is not super great. So I didn't want to add on weight to that until I feel confident that I'm actually executing to the best of my ability. That's the first thing. The second thing is I was rushing today. But what's new? Rushed yesterday, rushed today. I am Mr. Rush. Um, Moved into GHD sit-ups here. I'm holding the 5 kilo plate kind of at my forehead. This is probably the second easiest way to hold weights. The easiest would probably be on the chest, and then the hardest would be behind the head. And I'm gonna graduate to behind the head eventually at some point. So look forward to that. Well, I guess there's a third one would be hands over your head with the weight in your hands. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. Added also 5 kilos to the QL raise here. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Very rushed day again, right? 2:49 on that clock. I'm supposed to be at work at 3:30. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.